In this tutorial, we're going to use Adobe Illustrator CC 2020 to go through Classroom and Book Chapter 8 to use color to enhance signage, and this is part 2. So when we left off, we had just finished coloring the guitar, and then we're going to go ahead and create a color group. So color groups allow us to create color-related swatches and make it really easy to organize and do some of those other items. So let's go ahead and go to Window and come down here to Swatches. And we're going to click on the swatch named Guitar Orange, which is that first one. And we're going to go ahead and shift click all the way to our Pantone. So those 5 colors that we've created so far for our element. So let's go ahead and make a new color group. So we're going to hit that folder down here at the bottom. And we're going to go ahead and call it Guitar Colors. And say OK to save that group. So now we've got this whole group right here of our colors. You can, easily take and drag and drop and move some of these around. Maybe you want to make sure your 70% is before 100. So it's very easy to play with and manipulate those color groups. So let's go ahead and use that color guide to create some creative inspiration. So let's go ahead and switch down to our cassette artwork. So let's go to our artboard and go to number 3. And we're going to go ahead and recolor this element. Let's go ahead and with our selection tool, let's grab that green rectangle that's making up the body of the cassette, and let's go to Window and Color Guide. And we can go ahead and make sure our swatches is down here below. So let's go ahead with our color guide. Let's pick that base color to set the current color. And let's go ahead and look at our different color options. So if we do the drop down, you can see you've got a lot of different types of color schemes already put together. So we're going to go ahead and choose this one toward the middle, this analogous. It's about halfway down or so. And from there, it's going to go ahead and create a group of colors for us as far as color schemes go. So we can go ahead and save that to our color schemes. So if we go down here to the bottom right, we've got Save Color to Swatch Panel. And now we've got to go ahead and have all those additional on our swatch panel as well. So let's go ahead and do select and deselect. And we can go ahead and close the swatches panel. Let's go ahead and grab the yellow shape. And let's go to the fill box from here. And let's go ahead and grab that lighter blue we just grabbed from the new one. And let's go ahead and edit that lighter blue by double clicking it. And we're going to go ahead and make it a global. And let's go ahead and set that cyan yellow color to 0. And you can go ahead and preview it if you want to. It's going to make it kind of a brown and say, OK, maybe it's a creamy color. So we can recolor artwork to edit colors in pretty easily. So let's go ahead and go to Select. And we want All on Active Artboard. We're going to go ahead and go to this Recolor button. I'm going to go ahead and close this down. Let's go ahead and go to our Recolor button over the panels. And it's going to say, OK, what do you want to recolor? So it allows us to edit, reassign, reduce colors, change things around quite a bit. So in the recolor, let's go ahead and you can see we've got our edit and we've got assign. So we're going to go ahead and go into this edit tab. And let's go ahead and make sure our link harmony colors is disabled. So it's going to allow us to change individual colors. And let's go ahead to that yellow circle marker and kind of make it a kind of more of a light orange instead. Now what we can do is, if we make a mistake, we can always go back and get colors from selected artwork. And you can go back to what we started from. We can also go back to the green marker so we can actually change those actual color values and kind of move things around and play with the colors as we go. So let's go ahead and with that color marker, let's go to our color mode icon. And we want to go right here to the adjustment sliders. And we want to change it to, we want CMYK. instead of HSB. So if you're on HSB, let's change it to CMYK so you can see those CMYK colors. Let's go ahead and change that yellow to 15. And it's going to go ahead and make it kind of a fun blue color. So notice that the marker, oh, come back. Let's go back to window. And let's go back to our, oh, where were we? Lost my mind. Oh, we were in Recolor. That's where we were. We're in Recolor. All right, so we'll go ahead and we've got these different elements. So let's go ahead and, oh, we were going to click OK anyway, and say OK. And let's go ahead and deselect and save. So Control S. Let's go ahead and switch down to our next one, which is our sunglasses artwork. And we're going to go ahead and reduce the number of colors in this artwork. So let's go ahead, grab our selection tool. Let's grab our green sunglasses. Let's go over here to Recolor. And we want to go ahead and change it so instead of colors is auto, let's go ahead and take that color down to 1. And it's going to go ahead and make it a single color scheme for us. So it's kind of mapping from the main color. So it's really pretty easy way to make things a lot more simple. Maybe we want to change those colors just a little bit. If we go into the new color picker, you can double click there. You can always choose a new color. Maybe you want to make it a different blue, different green. And it's going to go ahead and change those all the way across. So what if we go ahead and go over to our burnt orange color? It's kind of our second one in for our new color. And let's go ahead and choose one of those colors instead. So it's really easy to recolor that artwork without having to go in and do a lot of work. So let's go ahead and play with the second one as well. So let's go ahead and go to Recolor. Maybe you want to make it 2 colors. So go ahead and maybe you don't want the purple. Maybe you want the purple to be, let's go ahead and make it green. So it's really easy to go in and change those to something else altogether. So let's do a Control S, and you're going to go ahead and file and package this one. So let's go ahead and make sure it's in the right lesson. We are in lesson number 8. Let's see, I want we're in this one. We're in teaching. Guys, let's go ahead to our lesson number 8 and select that folder. I'm going to go ahead and change this to part 1 and package. So you're going to turn in 2 parts for this one. And say package. And I don't need, well, we can go ahead and look at it, make sure it came in. All right, so there we are there. So we're going to go ahead and close that one down, and we're going to go ahead and play with this other GEO design.